Okay, we have talked about how to find a missing angle using tan, and by doing tan inverse and finding the angle. Okay, what happens if the angle isn't missing, but one of the sides is? Well, we set up an equation. It just looks a little different. It's still tan, and we still write it tan angle equals side over side. It's just it's going to look a little different. So in this one, notice we're given one side, we're given one of the acute angles, and we're asked to find AB. So we're asked actually to find this side. First thing you do is set up your trig equation. Tan, and then angle. What's the angle we're given? 30 degrees. Equals the opposite side, right? What side is opposite to 30 degrees? AB, right? The one we're trying to find? Over, what's the adjacent side? 10. Well, we've got an equation to solve, or we've got to solve for AB. Remember, this is equation solving. What kind of equation is this? It's not only is it a trig equation, it's a fraction equation. To get AB by itself, how do I get rid of divide 10? Times 10. And those cancel out. Whatever you do to one side, you got to do to the other side. So you got to times the other side by 10. So to find AB, you have to use your calculator and multiply 10 by tan 30. So hopefully you've got your calculator with you. Try it. Everybody should be trying it because you got to know how to do it on the calculator you're using. Now yours would have to be different. You'd have to go 10 times 30 tan and then equals. For most calculators, you would just go 10 times tan 30 equals, and nearest tenth is one decimal place. Anybody got an answer? Sorry? 5.8. Do I have another person that got that? 5.8? That's it. That's all you do.
Oh, we got it.
Okay? Let's look at the next example. Same kind of question. We're given an angle, we're given a side, we're asked to find one of the missing sides. In this case, we're asked to find EF. So set up your tan equation. Tan, whatever the angle is, in this case it is 20 degrees, equals, what side is opposite 20 degrees? 3.5 centimeters, is 3.5, over, remember DF is the hypotenuse, so EF must be the adjacent. So our equation looks like that this time. Notice this time the unknown's on the bottom of the fraction. Well, I've got to do a couple of steps here. First of all, you want to get rid of the fraction. How do I get rid of divide EF? Times EF. Whatever you do to one side, you've got to do to the other. So I'm going to be left with EF times tan 20. You can use the parentheses, you don't have to. Equals 3.5. So I got rid of the fraction. But EF is still not by itself, is it? There's a times tan 20 with it. How do I get rid of times tan 20? Divide. And whatever you do to one side of the equation, you do to the other. So how am I going to find the missing side this time? I'm going to do 3.5 divide tan 20. And again, round it to 1 decimal place. And what would I get here? 9.6. Okay, good. Those are all the three trig equations you're going to see. The first trig equation we looked at, the angle was missing. The second trig equation we looked at, the one above, the top side was missing. Third trig equation, bottom side is missing. That's it. Let's look at one more example. Okay. So we have a searchlight beam here that is shining vertically up on a cloud. At a horizontal distance of 250 meters away from the searchlight, so that means this is 250 meters. The angle formed between the ground and the line of sight to the cloud is 75 degrees. That's on your diagram. We have to find the height of the cloud. What side am I finding? This one or this one? Which one represents the height? This one? Because this is, yeah, I'll draw it up here. Remember, height is always vertical. It's hard to measure somebody's height when they're standing at a slant. Okay? Can somebody set up what the trig equation looks like? Where do I start? Tan. And 75 degrees equals whatever side is opposite 75, which in this case is H, over the side adjacent, which is 250. There's our trig equation. Now you just have to solve it. What are you going to do to solve it? Multiply both sides by 250. Because those cancel. And then I multiply this by 250. So H is going to be 250 times the tan of 75 degrees, rounded to the nearest whole number. What would we get? Anybody got it? Then I'll jump in at once. Start the year. 933. Do I have a second person that got that? Okay, now people. 933 meters. Okay. So the next step is going to be, what if we can't use tan? What if the information we're given in the triangle makes it harder to use tan? Like questions like this that we talked about Like questions like this where we had to use Pythagoras before we could use 10. Okay? There's, like I said, there's actually a way that we don't have to use Pythagoras. We just use a different trig ratio. And there's two more of them that we're going to look at next week. And they are sine n. Yeah, cosine or cos. Yeah. Good. But we will look at that. That would